Hello and welcome to another M14 draft. Let's quickly join here. Alright, well, for our first pick here, we got a pretty interesting rare in Garrick's Horde. And, I've been meaning to try my hand at a green heavy deck. Hopefully mono green, but mostly green heavy. Because in my latest drafts, I have been past lots and lots of green awesome things. The 3/3 for 2 mana, the 4/4 for 4 mana, stuff like the Lenoir Elves here. It always seems like there are a lot of green stuff going on, and I could capitalize on that. I think this is the perfect opportunity since Garrick's Horde is a pretty good card too. It's not a huge bomb or anything, but it is a big body, hard to get rid of, with a very relevant ability. So yeah, let's go ahead and take it. And well, we have a nice pack too here. Our opponent took a rare, left a foil rare. Here, our options are mostly Rootwalla or Hundoik. There's this Sliver here, there's an Nephalia Seakite and Charging Griffin, but I'm gonna try to stay in green here. So it's Rootwalla or Hundoik. To be perfectly honest, I'm not sure which I would rather take here. Both are cards that I really want in my decks. I'm going to take a Rootwalla. Hundoik has really impressed me. It's a really good card, but I think I can get one later on, whereas Rootwalla is hard to come by. It's a pretty good one too. Alright, so here we got Flames of the Firebrand, so it seems we are probably not gonna be mono green this time, but we can still be heavy green, and this actually makes me happy I took the Rootwalla rather than the Hundoik here. Since this is a very good card. There's a Shock too, which is probably the second best. Then there's a Charging Griffin. Alright, let's take a Flames with a Firebrand. Green red is, historically a good combination. Alright, here I think I'm gonna take a Shock. We could take a Spore Mound, which is a really ridiculous common. I mean, a common card that makes a token every turn. That is not something you see every day. We have a Death Gaze Cockatrice. We have a Windstorm, which is a pretty good card to have in your sideboard. But I think Shock narrowly edges out the Spore Mound here, so let's go ahead and take it. Okay, now things are getting interesting. You have an Advocate of the Beasts. We do have a beast here in Garrick's Horde. There are some pretty good beasts in both these colors here. There's the 5/3 common guy in red that attacks every turn unless I control this thing. I think this is going to be a pretty good card. This is a good pack too because we have Divination, Mark of the Vampire, Celestial Flare, Scroll Thief, Goblin Shortcutter, and Angelic Wall even. It's an acceptable card, but I feel like this is going to be the best card for me to take here. Here, yeah, if this thing was a cantrip maybe, but seeing how it's not, I think I'm gonna take a Battle Sliver. Both these colors here have some good slivers. Green has the best common sliver in my opinion, which is the new Muscle Sliver. I feel kind of dirty by calling these things slivers because they are not slivers. But oh well. Let's go ahead and take a Battle Sliver then. Here I think the Brindle Boar is going to be our best option, even though we are kind of heavy on the 3 mana cost department. But it is ages better than Dragon Hatchling. I think I'm not really fond of this card. There's a Traumatize, which could be annoying to play against, but not gonna hate draft it. Alright, Spore Mound. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but we also have a Dragon Egg, which is an okay card, but I would rather have this thing, I guess. Pity it isn't a beast, but oh well, it's a pretty good card. Alright, Verdant Haven is okay. especially if we end up wanting to splash into something. But just to accelerate into our big guys here, it's okay as well. Ground shaker's liver, sure. There's a charging griffin too, but yeah, I would rather just take my sliver here. Wild guess is okay, but I think I'm gonna take a natural here. Lots and lots of good enchantments and artifacts in this format. Alright, Verdant Haven, get in there. Without flying can block. Alright, not a very good card or anything, but the good thing also about the Verdant Havens is that maybe we will want to be mono green here if we open something like the Howl of the Night pack. And this way we can stay almost mono green, just splashing for stuff like this and this and this. Should be okay. Alright. Okay, so let's see what pack 2 gives us. Alright, well, there aren't many cards in our colors. I mean, we do have a Blow Sliver and an Elvish Mystic, both of which are pretty good. But white is the real story of this pack. We could take a Pacifism, but I just think I'm gonna take the Mythic here. I'm not even sure how much the Call of the Pride is going for, but it should be enough to pay for half this draft. So excuse me while I rare draft here. And sorry about that. Let's hide it for now. Can even end up playing it, but not right now. Here we have the option of this thing or this thing. I really like the Rumbling Bailoff. This guy is okay too, but in a great number of the games I will play, this is just gonna be a strictly worse Rumbling Bailoff because it's not always that I'm gonna get to 8 mana. And this comes a turn earlier, so yeah, let's take it. We could wheel either this guy or the Giant Growth, although that's not likely. Alright. Many good cards here. I mean, two good cards. We have a Trollhide and Deadly Recluse, two good cards in our colors, but there are good cards in other colors, like this thing, and Divination and Phantom Warrior. But I'm gonna take a Deadly Recluse. Not only is it a 2-mana card that I really need, but it's also a pretty good removal spell. Here we don't have much. This is a card that I really like, so let's go ahead and take it. Okay, some good cards here. Giant Spider or Spore Moons. We do have one already, and this thing costs 4 and blocks flyers, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take the Spider. Alright, here we get another Sliver. But I think I'm gonna take a Bramble Crush. I may end up having to bring that in. And maybe I could even main deck it. I'm not sure. It will depend on how my deck goes. But I guess I could use it as a more versatile naturalize that can, randomly mana screw people or get rid of planeswalkers. So yeah, let's go ahead and take it. Nothing for us here except for the Brindleborg, so that's what I'm gonna take. Sadly, I haven't seen a 3/3/4/2 yet. I really do want a card like that. We could get a Striking Sliver, but our Sliver theme is sketchy at best at this moment. And I think Root Walla is better anyway. Okay. Could take a Naturalize, a second Naturalize, but I don't think we need it. I would rather just hate draft this thing. This can get pretty annoying in the right deck. Alright, so there's the Giant Growth. Let's take it. Here we get an Elixir of Immortality, Altar's Reap, Corpse Hauler. Corpse Hauler is a pretty okay card, so I'm just gonna go ahead and hate draft it. Alright, here we don't have much. We only have a Flash Pauper Giant that seems awful. But yeah, I'm gonna take it because it's red. Who knows, I may end up playing it, but I don't think I will. Alright, yeah, pay no heed is annoying sometimes. Okay, so we have one pack to go. Alright, Savage Summoning. Not really what we're looking for here. But then again, we don't have much. I don't really want a third Brindleboar. I think I'm gonna take a Pitchburn Devil. It's a removal spell, right? I don't want to first pick Windstorm, even though it's a good sideboard card. Right now, I still need stuff to fill out my deck here. I really need 2 mana stuff, so let's hope I get a Sliver, the 2 mana green Sliver. Or the 3/3 guy. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad at all. Yeah, let's go ahead and first pick this thing though. This is sadly a very weak pack. At least for us. Alright, well, there's a Sliver. And we don't have much else except for a Plummet, so yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and take it. Okay, Predatory Sliver. I have to take it over the Rumbling Bailoff because not only is it a Sliver, but I need 2 mana guys. There's a Pacifism here too, which is kinda annoying to see it go this late, but yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and take this Sliver. Ooh, Enlarge. Enlarge is pretty good. There's another Advocate of the Beasts. We don't have many beasts, do we? We don't actually. Which is slightly annoying, but oh well. Let's go ahead and take the Enlarge then. I have 15 creatures. Don't need a second Advocate of the Beast right now, so Enlarge can win games on its own. Alright, a card that I really wanted to see, Elvish Mystic. There's also a Striking Sliver, but I think I still like the Mystic better. To accelerate me into my 3 drops. Here we have a whole bunch of nothing. I could take a Ground Shaker's Sliver. Or a Ranger's Guile. Don't think I'm gonna play either of those. So let's go ahead and take this Sliver. Alright, Briarpack Alpha is a pretty good one. Oh man, and it isn't a beast, it's a wolf. How unfortunate, but still, it's a pretty good card. Let's go ahead and take it. Alright, would rather have a Sporemon than another Brindleboar, so there's another Brindleboar. The one Fog, so let's go ahead and take the boar. Rod of Ruin. Rod of Ruin, huh? Yeah, I think I could take it. Don't think I'm gonna play it in my main deck, but I could certainly bring it in from the sideboard. Alright. Oh, that's a Sliver. Okay, so yeah, there are some cards that I wanted to have here, but I didn't get them. But still, I think this deck could end up being okay. It's mostly green. It's almost mono green, to be sure, but we will have since we have no removal, no green removal, we will have to splash into red. For Shock, Flames of the Firebrand, Battle Sliver, and Pitchburn Devils. We could play like 5 or 4 mountains plus a couple Verdant Havens. That would be just fine, I guess. Alright, so this is the deck that I will probably end up playing. I'll not play a Sliver Construct. I do have some better 3 drops actually. So no real need to play it in the off chance that I get a Predatory Sliver turn 2. Let's see, I think playing 4 mountains will be fine. 4 mountains plus 2 Verdant Havens, totaling 6 red sources should be good enough. With this configuration, I really wish I had a Howl of the Night pack, since this is as close to a mono green deck as I have built this far in this format. Alright, we shall see how it goes.